everyone. This is Reverend Ruth on Storybar with Angel Healing Ministries. How are we doing today, folks? I just want to say hey and how you doing and do a video for this coming Sunday. I know it's been a while since I've actually done one, but life can get challenging, life can get busy. However, though, before we go any further, I'd just like to talk about our mission statement. Our mission is to guide you on your path to find God, while we support you with love and light, and show you how important truth and faith are on your path back to God, and show you how important truth and faith are on your path back to God. And we all talk about faith all the time as it being an important part in our lives, and faith is what motivates us, what keeps us going, and stuff. What gives us the energy to do what we do what we can and be the best we can be. But sometimes, my friends, sometimes we want to get too much done too soon, or we do too much too soon. Remember how we talked about how when we overdo stuff and we do too much and we start burning the candle at both ends, and we don't get the rest we need, we don't get as much sleep as we need, we don't eat so well. Well, that's because we're overwhelmed. And when we're overwhelmed, we really need to take a step back and say, I surrender this to you, God. When it starts getting too much, like today was one of the days at work today. I'm going to be leaving soon, and things just seem to get really out of control today a little bit. This seemed to be upsetting, and too many things kept happening. I kept getting in some sort of trouble. I was making mistakes right and left. It was one of those days for me, and I really needed to say, God, I surrender this to you, instead of getting all angry and mad and yelling and getting upset. And I wasn't yelling at the top of my lungs, but I was very upset. But I did get to a point where I just kind of threw down a thing of roller tape or something like that you put in the register, because I got so fed up with them being so thin and not being able to get it together, and the line was getting so long. And I just should have said, you know what? I surrender this all to you. I just had a lot going on in my mind, and getting ready to leave, 10 million things happening all at once. Okay, 10 million is an exaggeration, but it was like 4 or 5 things at once, and it just felt like a lot with everything else in my life. And I'm trying to get myself back on track and stuff like that. And it was just, it was just a little bit of a challenge. Instead of getting upset like I did, it's better to say, I surrender this to you, God. It's in your hands. Don't try and take on more than you can handle. If it's getting too much for you, call for help. Say something. Keep in mind that sometimes when things don't go the way we want them, we just have to accept them for what they are. And it's so easy to just get so fed up and upset with everything. Why this? Why that? Why me? And it's like you fall to the ground and say, oh my goodness, I can't take anymore. I surrender this to you, God. I surrender this to you. And the moment you say, I surrender everything to you fully, is like the best. It's like a release, my friend, when you do that. It's like a complete release. Things let go, things feel better, and stuff like that. You don't want to, go home upset because work just didn't go the way you wanted it. You don't want to go visit a friend because things didn't go, and be upset about because things didn't go the way that they wanted to. Your friends don't deserve to get the get the get the what's the word I'm looking for? Get the rough point of the piece of wood, I guess would be a good way to say it. And you just really need to let it go, and just say, I surrender. I can't do this anymore. I am done. I am just done with everything going on. I'm done. So, and then when you say that, you say, please, God, please help me with this. I surrender this to you. Please transform it to make things better. So the next tomorrow can be even a better day, or a couple hours from now can be even better than now. And I've been told in the past, living in the moment, if you deal with what's in front of you right at the moment and don't take on so much, you don't get as overwhelmed, you don't get as upset. But when you feel it, it's your best time is to do the full surrender and just say, I release this, God. I give this to you, God. Please take this from me. Please. and then just go about, find something else to do, walk away from whatever it is you're doing, and do something different. And once you walk away from it, you take a breather, you either go outside, breathe in the air, or take a walk down by the water, depending where you are. And then you come back fresh, or you can go find a little quiet place somewhere where you are and just like meditate or center yourself. Either way, when you center yourself after you say, I surrender everything fully, God, then you feel better. You feel stronger within yourself, and you feel like you can go back out there and do it all. You can go out there and handle it better. And usually the results are amazing, because when you release, let go, and surrender everything, and you say, please take this from me, please transfer this for me so I can do better, then, well, things do get better. Things start to pick up, and stuff like that. There's no shame in surrendering your situation to where it is. That's what God is there for, my friends. When you get overwhelmed, or or things just get too much, just surrender it to God and let God take it from there. Because the moment you surrender everything, the quicker you can move on and move forward. But the way no matter what's going on in your world or what's going on at work, when you feel too much is too much, it's always great to surrender it and say, I surrender. And that is easier said than done, my friends, because a lot of us, a lot of us, you know, want to be better than that, want to keep going. And then there are those that, realize that giving the situation to God so you can get back on track really does help a lot, my friends. I mean, that's what they're there for. That's what they're there for. So when things get tough, like that little saying that I told you in other videos, when the waters start to turn and get wild and the road gets rocky, it means God and the angels are working harder to make a difference in your life, to give you a better chance, give you a better solution. You just have to be open to it. And when you're open to the solution, my friends, it really, really helps get rid of the stress levels, the anxiety. Just that one word, those two words, I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. And then you can put in there, I surrender this to you, God. I surrender this to you, God. Please take this from me. Now, say that to yourselves a couple of times. I surrender this to you, God. I surrender this to you, God. I surrender this to you, God. Doesn't that feel different when you say that? And then you say something along the lines as, God, thank you for taking this stuff from me and transforming it for something better to come in my life, or for a better functional day for me. Thank you for taking this and transforming this for me so I can go forward and continue onward with my day, so I can be the best me that I can be. They're all wonderful feelings. They're all they're all when you feel like you're taking on too much, don't try and make it so. Don't try and be a hero with it. Try and just, be the best you can be. Get the help you need, request help, ask for help. And if there's no one about, then you always say, Dear Mother, Father, God, what do I do now? What's my next step in the situation that's before me now? And then listen, contently, and listen. And it could be a voice or a feeling that you get. And then all of a sudden you feel a sense of peace. Maybe you found the solution you've been looking for. Because a lot of good comes from surrendering anything overwhelming, getting to a point where it's just overwhelming you, or making things a little challenging, more challenging than you're used to. It's always a great feeling to say, I surrender this to you, God. please help me transform this into a more positive energy so I may function the rest of the day. It's just so powerful to say those words, because you can feel the difference. You can feel the change that's coming. And when you feel that, you feel it as a whole part of your whole entire being. You feel the whole of it, the fulfillment of saying, I surrender this to you now, God. Please transform it into energy that's positive so I can continue forward with my day. So when you feel overwhelmed, my friends, when you feel like things are getting too much, take a few moments and surrender it to God, because you'll be amazed and surprised what a difference that makes. Thanks. We love you. Namaste. And if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe. We love you. Namaste. And this is Reverend Ruth Anstaria Bar with Angel Healing Ministries. We love you. Namaste. Thanks.